So I'm going to go ahead and start the reading now, guys. So I've already been getting some messages, by the way, for the collective. So as you guys know, there's a full moon coming up on the 24th in Virgo, and there's a lot popping up about your health because Virgo is a sign of your health, your gut, your stomach. It rules the 6th house, which is also the house of service. So you might be seeing where you need to heal in those areas of your life, like how you serve. It's also the house of organization as well. So how are you organizing your life? And for me, this is a really big one right now because I just started working 2 jobs. I'm trying to do YouTube events and I'm working on a new business idea. Like I have a lot on my plate right now, but it's all about balance. So let's see what the guides have to say. And by the way, guys, that your guides or my guides have already been in my ear since prep. Like I had to use the restroom really quick and they do like this little blowy thing in my ear. And I was like, okay. Like you guys really need this message. So thank you to everyone who joined and that you were waiting for me, or if you just joined or if you're going to join later. I really appreciate that. You know, I didn't really think that many people were going to join because the last few readings that I did, I didn't really get too many people. And no, I don't, but it's okay. I don't think too many people are familiar with it, but hopefully with this recording, people can go back and get a better understanding of what tarot and oracle is, because I'm not only just reading tarot, I have my oracle cards, but as I said in the event details, this is about channeling. So it's going to be more picking a topic from spirit and then kind of letting spirit just channel through me like whatever information that like the collective needs at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and call in my guides, your guides, and the highest beings of love and light that can assist me in this reading for clear and accurate messages, please. And thank you. I already cleansed my cards, by the way, with Palo Santo. I always do that, and I always do a little meditation beforehand and have my crystals out as well. And I'm not sure if you guys can hear, but I have a little bit of like sound bowl music in the background. Okay, let's see. And just for this event, I am not showing my cards because like last time I set up, it got like more chaotic and confusing, but maybe next time I can definitely record my cards. But you can just sit back, relax, you guys, and just get like some tea, a little snack. You can do your laundry, you know, just chill and let's see what spirit has to say for you guys right now. And this can also apply to you if you're watching the replay. So I did just get some cards that like just okay, they're telling me to take them all. Take them all. Take them all. That's what they say. Okay, you got forgiveness, thriving, change, and illumination. So I'm not going to read from the booklet because these cards are pretty like self-explanatory. And leadership on the bottom of the deck. Okay, now I'm going to pull a couple from my Angel Tarot deck. So in like what I noticed in like most of these cards, I'll take a picture and add it to the replay video for you guys. It's not going to be like a video of my hands, but it's just going to be like added like to the screen. Okay, so for some of you guys, like full moons always bring up like a sense of purging, a sense of like heightened emotion. So if you're one of those people that are like having memories from your past or you're feeling some more heavier emotions come up, it's because you still need to release that and you need to forgive yourself for that, forgive your emotions. And this can get really deep and it can be a very scary thing when a situation that's coming up from your past that was pretty traumatic. Like this doesn't have to be recently, this can be from even your childhood. I believe that all timelines and well, it is the truth. All timelines and dimensions and realms, they're basically like overlap into each other. They all kind of like mirror into each other. So around this time this year, like right now in this moment in February, you could be experiencing something that you experienced, you know, a couple Februarys ago, a couple years ago around this time, or even another lifetime around this time. And it's definitely linked to change, freedom, and also illumination. So illumination for me is basically what is in the dark is coming to the light. That's all that this is about for me. And you know, the full moon is 100% illuminated. It's 100% full. Even when the moon isn't full, the moon is still in the sky. But this time it's full. So now things are being illuminated for you. A light is being shined on the things that you really need to look at. Maybe the way that you change, the way that you operate change. You know, I'm really picking up for some of you, change is a very challenging thing for you. And I feel like it's because there's something that you need to forgive. Like you've had to move around a lot, or you've had a rough start to your childhood where, you know, for some of those kids that have like, maybe this applies to one of you. If you have like a military family and you have to move around the country a lot, you know, when it's like out of your control, you're just a child, you don't really have control over, you know, where you're moving. And that can be a traumatic experience, actually. It's not fun because from a child's perspective, it creates a lot of instability in your life. And there's really not much you can do. And also just having a parent that is in that field, in that career, the military, is also very worrisome. So yeah, I'm really picking up like your parents are popping up in this. And I also just uploaded a YouTube video about this a little bit, like your childhood, soul parents a little bit, and just kind of like the darkness that we've experienced like in our lives and how you have overcame that. Like these things are there for you to become stronger. They're not here to really limit you. So once you understand that everything is happening for you, not to you, and if you are in the spiritual community, you probably hear that a lot. I know that I hear that a lot, but it is really honestly the truth. And about the card thriving here, ooh, like guys, like this is like such beautiful energy in this card, like such beautiful energy in this card. This is a full moon. So like for those of you that have been doing the work, you've been putting in the work, you've been forgiving people, you've been embracing change. Let's say there's been an obstacle thrown your way. You're like, okay, well, that's not working and Spirit's offering me an opportunity to go this way. I'm going to take the opportunity with gratitude and love, and I'm going to go that way. You're going to really be thriving. But either way, for everyone here, everyone watching this, the replay, if you're here right now, there's going to be some sort of illumination here. And I'm going to pull some cards. Okay, so the illumination is around release. And this really goes hand in hand with the forgiveness card. It says the end of a phase or a situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. And this is big full moon energy. I knew the full moon was going to come out in this. And the archangel for this card is Archangel Azrael. So if you want to look into that, maybe work with that archangel, that would be really good for you to help you with this release. You also got Queen of Fire, confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Ooh, okay. And the funny thing, I'm going to take a picture of this spread, you know, and like upload it, edit it into the video for the replay. So you guys can like see this like really cool alignment that's happening with these cards, because it literally matches the card like right underneath it. So for those of you that have been experiencing lots of changes, I'm almost getting like you're finding your wings again. You're feeling free. And there's like a little horse with like a hot balloon on the horse's back, like flying in the sky. And then right underneath that is the Queen of Fire. Stretch your wings and fly. So some of you are really finding your wings at this time. what has once limited you in the past is not limiting you anymore, because you've completed that cycle. There's a big energy of a completion of a cycle here, especially with the full moon. The full moon is all about reaping your rewards for this past moon cycle that you've been through. So from usually the new moon start to the full moon, which is like about 2 weeks. So you're really going to be seeing how much you have grown and how much you have evolved since 2 weeks ago. And it doesn't even have to be for this full moon. It can apply to the either last full moon that we had, which was about 4 weeks ago, or even the last full moon in Virgo, which was, of course, last year around this time. So it's a matter of fact of like, you know, however which way you want to look at that. Okay, so then I'm going to pull for thriving. There's like this energy of really like knowing that your abundance is coming in, knowing that your manifestation is coming in, that knowing, that trust in yourself and your divine, you believing in yourself, believing in your path is like, I'm hearing that's the golden light for you through this darkness. Oh my goodness. Like, you guys know how the moon is like literally like when it's full moon, it's like the brightest thing in the night sky. That is what I'm seeing you are. Like, you guys are shining so fully and so bright in the night sky right now. And this is inspiring so many individuals. Like, I don't even think some of y'all really realize how much of an inspiration you are for people. Like, your energy really rubs off on people. And even for the newer people here, you know, that just joined, and even if you have a little bit of self-doubt about your abilities, and even if you're one of those people that are still learning about yourself, you're still in that rich energy, that's still in that rich spiritual energy. Like, please give yourself props and be proud of yourself. And I don't really do this enough. I mean, I see Cash is here. Hey, Cash. He tells me all the time, he's like, Aaliyah, like, be proud of yourself. I'm like, oh, okay, I forgot. Like, because it's just like I'm on the move, and I'm just like kind of so used to being like in this like hustle mode, or like deeply inspective observing mode, where I'm like shifting and transforming, you know. But I've been trying to make a conscious effort to pause, like, okay, like looking back at where I came from, how far I've been, and like, okay, now I'm here, now I grew, and now I can take a deep breath, you know, and just like relax and really appreciate where I've been at. And if you've been like, okay, so first came out forgiveness. So once you kind of deal with that a little bit, if you still need to, if anything comes up, you're going to be thriving, because forgiveness isn't for the other person. And it's not to say I forgive just to forgive. It's truly for you to let go, so that situation doesn't have a hold on you anymore. It's for you to release the weight and say, I understand why this happened to me. It was for my healing, for my growth. There was a pattern there. There was a wound there that I need to work on. And it's not really about pointing fingers, because when we point fingers towards people, it's usually when we're doing that, we're giving our power away. It's about having that deep inner knowing and that wisdom that it wasn't really all your fault. Because, you know, don't fall into blaming yourself. It's never that. And it's not really either about blaming the other person, even if they don't take accountability and responsibility for what they did. You just being aware and wise enough to know that that was happening for you, not to you, is enough for you to move on. And it might take a little bit of time to really see that, but make it a practice to say, I forgive you, or at least be in that energy of loosening up that resentment, or loosening up, you know, that anger, that fire, that it's almost like a hatred. Like I know hate is a big strong thing, but it's like that strong dislike where it's like it makes you kind of sour, makes you make a face. It's about relaxing and softening to that, and knowing that that person is just on their path, just as you were on your path. To some degree, you had a soul contract, and they are just another form of you. They're another soul. They're another human. They're another being. They're another point of consciousness. So being in that awareness really helps me to forgive people. So hopefully maybe that can help some of you that are struggling to forgive someone. And it's not about saying like, I want that to happen to me again. No, it's about you moving on from that and not letting it limit you for a better opportunity in the future. Like for some of you, what's coming up for me right now is if someone betrayed you, like a lot of us here, you know what betrayal feels like. You've loved someone and you had someone that loved you and they I just read Cash's card. Like you've kind of like let that kind of hurt you. And guys, this stuff goes back to lifetimes. I am not joking. Like usually those people that you meet and you have those really heavy connections with, usually you have a past life with, and you're here to meet again to close that cycle out. And it's not the end. It's really not the end. It's for you to really see what you're worth, for you to see what you deserve. That's why it didn't feel right when you were with that person. That's why it didn't feel right when you were in that situation, because it wasn't meant for you. It was meant to show you that you were here for bigger, better things, you know? And let's see what else we got out here. We got Knight of Air, right under forgiveness, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless, events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. Okay. So a message that I'm getting here. Okay, so for some of you, most of this is like mental energy, because Knight of Air is like air energy. So you're having memories, or you're having like unprocessed emotions and memories pop up at this time. And with the Knight of Air, he's holding a sword. This is about cutting cords. So this is a great time for those of you that still feel like there's a cord you need to cut, maybe with an ex, or it doesn't even have to be with a person. It can be with the situation and energy. For example, self-doubt. You can cut the cord with self-doubt, and you can ask Archangel Michael to come through, or you can just go into meditation and visualize the sword. There's lots of guided meditations on YouTube for this. But I was planning on doing a cord cutting meditation a while ago for the server. So if you guys want me to do that, you can definitely like request that if that's something you want me to do. But yeah, it's just about cutting that cord, visualizing it, and visualizing it dissolving and breaking away. And then once that cord is broken, you thank it. You say, thank you, I forgive you, I release you, I love you. And you can just repeat that. And let me tell you guys, it's going to bring some tears most of the time. Or even what I like to do when I'm forgiving situations like this, I like to call forth that person's astral body, their higher self, and imagine white light around us and the angels around us, and I'll give that person a hug. And do not doubt the power of that. Like, especially if this is someone that you struggle to be intimate with or to be completely open with, that is a safe space to heal that wound, especially if these are people that are in your family that you have that blood connection with. Because even though we're born into these families, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're safe people for us. And that can create a lot of wounding when we're trying to connect with other people in the future. It can prevent us from having those real deep, fulfilling, intimate connections. And like for me, I know I kind of struggled with that with my family. And then I came into this server and I found my soul family. And it really helped me like believe and loving pure connection again. Like I'm like, wow, like this is like what I've been looking for and wanting my whole life, but I never had safe people and like aware people to share that with. And I love you too, Robbie. Yes, sharing love, spreading love is so, so important. But cut those cords, guys. Like the angels are here to assist you. The full moon is a perfect time. Yeah, Angel, the bath. Ooh, the bath is great. Like taking spiritual baths around the full moon is so healing. A salt bath, you could put some herbs in there. I always like to put some herbs in there, maybe some rose petals, some rosemary, some pine needles, maybe some rosemary, essential oil, lavender oil. Don't put too much, be careful. And you do have to clean your bath out. But it's a great time to just relax, and water is so cleansing. Herbs oils, essential oils, candles, like do the whole thing. Do the whole thing. Have a little self-care moment. And also what's really powerful in the bath too is sound baths. Like if you're playing like healing frequencies, stuff like that. Ooh, because that vibration will carry through the water, and then it's going to, in your body's like 80% water or something like that. So it's going to how I say, like, it's gonna like restructure in a way, like your water cells. That, I'm not sure I'm making sense, but you understand what I'm saying. Like it's we all know that water and vibration affects the human body because we're vibration beings, energy beings made out of water. So that whole connection there, the shifts that are going to happen is amazing. Also, something I want to add, if you're taking spiritual baths, massage. This is something that I learned from like this mentor that I have, and he mentioned like sound baths in the bathtub, massage, because trauma gets stored in your muscles. Trauma gets stored in your bones. And especially for anyone here who has experienced any sexual abuse or trauma, my heart is really with you. I really love you guys. Like, that is some heavy stuff. So working on your sacral chakra and area, like your hips area, massaging your hips, your inner thighs with love. And let me tell you, you will get a little tense. I know that I struggle with really tight hips. So yoga is like a must for me. So doing a little bit of massaging there is really going to help. Like, dig in there. Like, trauma can also get stored into your teeth too, like massaging your jaw, your bones. And also something that I've learned, yes, dig in there. Something that I learned too was that people can like really trigger your trauma. So like your family's big on this, and you might notice this whenever you come around someone that you've had like a really like intense relationship with. Like, you can be fine, like you can be fun, and then you energetically align with this person, or let's say you come across him, you kind of feel like a shock in your body, like you kind of jump. Ooh, it's because there's something to dig in there. There's something to release in there, like, you know, because their trauma, their like, you guys are kind of like matching on some vibrational level. This can even be past life stuff, or there's still some things that you need to release in your system. But I highly recommend setting boundaries and limiting your time with these people. But it's a nice opportunity to heal more when you're in the presence of these people and you can see where it's still affecting you. So it's almost like they trigger that trauma in you. And that's like why, if some of you guys are distant with certain family members, and let's say like the family reunion comes around, like Thanksgiving, and you see this family member and you're like, oh, this is my nanny, this is my granny, you know, this is Susan. I know what Susan did, you know, and then and then you kind of feel that, you kind of feel that a little bit. That's because she's activating it. They're activating. You guys are making me laugh. They're activating that. So that's a great time to go into the bathroom, take a deep breath, say some affirmations in the mirror, say, I'm safe, I'm good. And, you know, don't even hold yourself back. You know, when Susan leaves, punch a pillow, go on a run, journal some, do some breath work. Shout out to Ski, hook him up for the breath work. You know, get on that. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's funny. So right underneath the giraffe for thriving. Okay, I got some good news for you guys that have been stepping into your leadership ability. Okay, I almost feel like I need to whisper for this. I don't know why I feel like I need to whisper for this. Let's see what's coming in, because I have to pull more cards for this. But you got 6 of fire right under thriving. It says victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or rewards. So I want to give a round of applause to my people who have been stepping out of your comfort zone. And that doesn't even have to be in big, like huge, noticeable ways. It could be in your personal life. Maybe some of you watching this, I feel like you recently greeted someone that you had a crush on, or there was someone that you were scared to talk to and you stepped out of your comfort zone and you talked to that person, I want to say congratulations, because you're getting a reward for that. You're getting recognized for that. Spirit is giving you a shout out for that. Or for my people that have been doing an excellent job in your work, in your career. This can be working for someone or working for yourself. If you've been working on new things, trying new things, stepping out of your comfort zone, really pushing your limits here, you're thriving. I saw something, Lay, which is one of our members in the server, he posted something on his Instagram story about the limits that we have are just created in your mind. And that is so, so, so true. So I feel like for those of you that are really thriving at this moment, the sun is coming out for you. You're finding success. You're finding victories. You will be rewarded for your hard work and effort. You will get what you worked for, what you've earned, what you deserve. And, you know, this isn't coming from a place of ego, because the thriving card is like this desert, this dry ass desert. Okay. It took a while for this. It's lacking emotion. It's lacking, like, it's just like the very start. Like, it's a little dry. Okay, maybe things were a little dry starting off, but now guys, and I'm gonna take a picture because, like, you know, I'm gonna take a picture right now because I'm gonna send it in the chat because this is just beautiful. Like, you guys have to see this. Right under the thriving card is like this beautiful forest. It's like you're blossoming. Like, things are blossoming for you. Like, opportunities are blossoming for you. I almost felt like you've been keeping a secret. Like, are you working on something that you're keeping a secret and you're not telling anyone? Because I feel like someone here is like working on something really like juicy for the collective and they're not telling anyone about it. And it's going to be like a bigger success than you think it's going to be. And I'm very excited for you. Okay, so the cards I sent are loading. Okay, whatever you're doing, like, it's going to pop off. It's going to pop off. And I know we have a few creators here. So if that's resonating with you, if you feel that, if you resonate with that message, that is definitely for you. And this is also just some advice and guidance for my people who are thinking about reaching out to that person, that crush, or this person that you work with and you want to be their friend. Talk to them. Make the first move. It will go successfully, like way better than you imagined. I'm gonna read the comments really quick. Robbie said, "Girl, I would go talk to him about fun. Talk to his astral selves. Tell him pull up. Tell your mans to pull up in the astral." Okay, so I wanted to pull from my self-care oracle. Let's see if I get any more messages from these cards here. Either way, like, there's a heart chakra expansion happening. I did record a light language heart activation from the Cosmic Mother that I did like 2 days ago. I still have to edit it, but guys, I have to tell you, when I was doing that light language, I was getting goosebumps. Because whenever I do light language, it's not me. It's being channeled through me, and I completely give permission to Spirit and the Divine to use my vessel to channel through me. Like, I completely have to surrender my ego to that process. And I wanted them to know, for real, like, if you guys were to jump in my body and completely possess me, I'll be fine with that. Because I know that's about to be some healing codes for me. So that is going to be really helpful for you guys. And my intention for that light language was also to provide some nurturing energy for you guys, because I know that a lot of people have mother wounds. They weren't getting the nurturing energy that, you know, the mother offers. And this isn't gender specific. You can also be a masculine. You can be a man and still have nurturing energy. And that is normal. I think everyone has divine feminine and divine masculine within them. So I really hope that I will let you guys know. I'll post it in the server somewhere, or if you have me on my YouTube, that'll be uploaded tomorrow. So yeah, I really think that's gonna be healing for you. That was really healing for me. It's gonna be heart chakra activating. There's also something I'm hearing a lot about is the higher heart chakra. Your higher heart chakra is like in between your throat chakra and your heart chakra. And I'm seeing it as like a greenish, bluish color. And it's like the space where you really connect with your higher self, your guides from a higher place of love. And it's so beautiful and it's so expansive. And as you guys are moving through that purging of like past emotions and like unprocessed emotions, you're going to be thriving more. You're really going to see your energy free up. And I'm almost saying like some of you, maybe this happened to you recently, you're crying tears of joy. Like when you take a moment to think about that past situation that you overcame, it's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. The only place where it really exists is inside of you, where you might still need to release that. But even then, you've already came so far. So be proud of yourself. And then after that, you guys are going to be like ready for liftoff. Like I'm really seeing some of you are ready to fly. You're like, all right, Spirit, I'm good. I'm going to go. Show me what else I need to do. Show me what I need to work on. I'm ready to fly. Like literally, if you look on the change card that I posted in the chat, if you scroll up a little bit, you can see the little horsey with the hot air balloon on it. And then illumination, like, guys, you know when you like look outside, they gave me these visions and these like metaphors and stuff. Do you know like when you look outside and it's like really cloudy at night, and then all of a sudden like the clouds move away, and then you start seeing like the stars peek through. Like you start to see like little stars peek through the clouds, and it's just like, wow, like it's so magical. And I feel like that's what's happening to the collective here. Like, what are y'all talking about? Okay, so like you guys are going to be okay. If you see that, if that is a sign that you see, like let's say tonight you go stargazing, or if it's already nighttime where you live, and it's like cloudy, and then you see the clouds move, and then the stars peek through, that's illumination. There's gonna be like little sparks of light popping up in all areas of your life. And this is because you've done the inner work, you've done the work, and now you're ready for the rewards. And I feel like you're really coming out of this. For some of you, you're coming out of this like darker period where you've been doing a lot of inner work. You've been doing a lot of building, a lot of planning. And we're still kind of in that period because it is winter time. But you can still bloom. You can definitely still bloom in the winter time. Like I saw a couple of flowers, dandelions blooming through the ground. And like it's still possible to bloom no matter what time of the year it is. So do not let that limit you. But overall, like, expect to see your blessings pop up. Expect to see progress really quick. And as you release more of these heavier energies, you're going to be more free. You're going to be more open to take on new projects, to communicate with people that make you feel loved. And really look at those hidden blockages that you might have. Like if you're not really communicating with people that are a higher vibration and that make you feel loved, kind of ask yourself why you're not replying to them. Because I know a lot of times we might give a little, it's not excuses, like sometimes you really are busy and you really don't have the energy. But let's say you have the time and the energy to do it, and they kind of pop up in your head and you don't do it. Kind of ask yourself, like, what are you running from? Like, what are you avoiding with that? Or let's say you have some free time and you have the energy and you have this thought like, maybe I should create this video, and you just don't do it. Okay, just don't judge yourself. Ask yourself why you might be not working on that, why you might be avoiding that, because there's something you need to kind of look at right there. Yes, Chloe said, healing so much shadow. That's right. Hypno said, I've healed so much, I don't even know who's looking back at me in the mirror from last year. Facts. Beautiful. Thank you guys for sharing everything. I really appreciate it. Okay. So I'm going to shuffle for my self-care oracle deck, and let's see what the okay. This is a cute one. Okay, the ancestors say connect with them. Your ancestors want to connect with you. And not only am I getting ancestors from your bloodline, you know, this is your cosmic ancestors. So I'm actually going to read from my booklet for this card, and I will take a picture for you guys for this too as well. Number 14. So you could be seeing number 14 a lot. If you see 14 or variations of that, that's a sign from your cosmic ancestors or your earth ancestors to connect with them. The mantra for this card says, as I heal my wounds, I heal my lineage and bring peace that reverberates infinitely throughout time and space. So I'm actually going to take a picture real quick and post it in the chat for you guys to like meditate on. Ooh, you're seeing 14 right now. This is for you. Your ancestors are coming through, girl. All right, so I sent it in the chat, and I will post in the replay video as well for you guys that are watching this back, so you will see that. And I'm going to go ahead and send the second card. You got alone time. Okay, so the connect with your ancestors says, through understanding our history, we gain a deeper sense of appreciation for all the time and people it took to bring us into this world. Connecting with our ancestors is one way to better understand ourselves, our patterns, and the patterns present within our lineage. It allows us to make peace with all that has happened before. It also provides motivation to evolve and find new and better ways to live. Building this bridge is something that you can do by researching and connecting the dots between your family stories, DNA analysis, and traditional archives. You can also learn about your family line in more intuitive ways like meditating, dream work, and working with a past life regression specialist or someone who specializes in reading the Akashic records. Okay, so I know Cash this reading, so if you guys want a reading for that, hit Cash up. He's really freaking good. So it says, a metaphysical archive of everything that has ever happened within the universe, including all your past lifetimes and those that will come into the future. No problem, I got you. Call on your ancestors to tap into centuries of wisdom, protection, and guidance. I felt the power in that protection. Ooh, okay. As you look back and connect with your forebears, your path forward will become more evident. Ooh. A journal prompt would be, what patterns or trends exist in your family line, especially among the women? Do these patterns appear in your life? So that was beautiful. Like, your ancestors, like, we don't even, I mean, unless you do know for real, a lot of times we don't know how many ancestors we have. There are ones you don't know about who they know about you. They know about you. They love you. You're like their special child that they're protecting and they're holding and they're guiding. And I really feel my ancestors with me now. Like, I love them so much. And I know they love me so much. And let me tell you, they are fighting in the spiritual realm for you. There have been attacks that have been sent your way that never touched you, that never reached you because they got it handled. They're saying, I handled it, I'm handling it. They say, baby, we got you. You don't need to worry. I'm really hearing that. Like, they're saying, we got you. Don't worry. Do your thing. Do your thing. They say, do your thing. They got you. Yes. Do it. They do it, guys. Like, don't let nothing hold you back. They got you. And I'm particularly very close with my African American ancestors. I love them so much. They're so funny. Sometimes I'll a little offering for, you can do offerings for your guys. Like, if you feel called to set up an altar, that card did not come out, but you can set up a little space, a sacred area space, an altar, with intuitively guided items or items that you think your ancestors will like. I know some of them like alcohol or tobacco. You can either leave some feathers, some crystals, and just let that section be an area that you pray at and dedicate to them. And this doesn't even have to be earth ancestors. This can be your cosmic ancestors, you know. You can, whatever that looks like to you that makes you connect with them, you can do that. But for me, I'll turn on like some like African beats music and I'll just be dancing. Like, and that's a great way for your memories too. Like, I was getting some memories come back to me because I was like, I lit up a candle and I was like dancing in like the bathroom, like the mirrors in there. Ooh, some peach crown. Z said I gave them some peach crown. I knew they loved that. And you can get memories that will come through. And I really think there's this one tribe that I was part of where I was like a dancer, like a performer. And I'm not sure which one, but it is connected to my African roots somewhere. And I knew they loved that. So do that, guys. They want to see you shine. Okay, so now I'm going to read from number 2, Alone Time. The mantra for this card says, I make time to focus on myself. And this really, really resonates with these 2 videos that I uploaded on my YouTube. I forgot what they were titled, but they're part of my Indigo Insights episodes. So you can look at my like most 2 recent videos where I'm outside, like the longer ones. And then one of them was talking about spending like time alone and focusing on yourself. And then the most recent one I posted today is about like family line. It's like family childhood stuff. And I think there's a lot of messages in there for you guys. And I definitely open up and I share some of my story because my story is like pretty interesting, but mostly it's for the collective. Okay. So it says, joyously explore your alone time. Think about what you would like to do in solitude, then plan so your time is freed up and your commitments are put on pause. Find peace and stillness by completely tuning in to your own needs. You can keep it simple and plan something like a quiet night at home to journal and be introspective. Go for a walk, work on a creative project, meditate, or try any solo activity that feels restorative for you. Be sure to communicate to your loved ones how important this is for you. Make them aware of how it allows you to show up more fully in daily life. That way they can support you by respecting the time you need to be alone without interruption. All right, so there's a message coming through. I'm going to read the journal prompt really quick, but I'm already getting a little message. It says, for the journal prompt, how does having alone time make you feel? What emotions and memories come up for you? Excuse me, guys, like I'm getting a little sick. It says, what emotions and memories come up for you when you're alone? Okay. So I feel like some of you guys have like a sibling. All right. This could be from personal experience. Oh, Robbie said, I think about my worms and cry. Oh, you know they're always with you, right? So I have a grandma on my mom's side, and she can talk for hours. Like, this lady can talk for hours. Like, I and she knows she does talk a lot, and I have to kind of tell her, like, okay, I have to go now. Like, now she respects it, but you know, I know she just loves me and she wants to talk to me and she misses me and stuff like that. Or like, I have a sibling, right? I have this younger brother, and I love spending time with my family. Like, dude, don't get me wrong, but sometimes they just sometimes pick like the worst times. He likes to play video games, and he'll be like, Aaliyah, look at this. Look, are you looking? Like, if I don't look at it, he will replay it and make me look at it. And that, it makes me happy. Like, I love when he does that because it's like a moment we're connecting and stuff like that. But sometimes I'm like, all right, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you know, you're just playing some Fortnite or whatever he's playing, you know, or I don't know. He likes really like animated gory games. I'm like, Alan, why are you playing that? But you know, he's a little warrior. He has no idea. Yes, so much knowledge. And let me tell you, the grandmas can spill the tea on the family too. I know that mine do. They definitely be telling me because they've been around. They've been around. So yeah, guys, making sure that you're taking this time out for some alone time. And in this card, she's like standing on a rock, so grounding outside in nature would be really good for you at this time. And look, if you scroll up, not the grandma meme. If you guys like scroll up and look at the alone time card, there's like a full moon above her head. It looks like could be a sun or full moon. I don't know whichever, but around this full moon, making sure it's on the 24th, just to remind you. So spend some time to connect with your ancestors under the stars, light some candles, say a prayer, play some nice music, whatever you're guided to do. This is a perfect time. There was definitely some portal that opened, or that was opened a few days ago. So you guys know how there's like a ring around the moon sometimes, and sometimes it's around the sun. I forgot what it's called, like a moon halo. That's like low-key like a portal. Like, it's such magical cosmic energy. And there were artificial clouds in the sky. Look, I'm in tune with nature. I've always been. I know when stuff isn't right in the sky. And whatever weak chemicals they put in the sky didn't even work, because the moon was shining through those clouds, and you know, it was so beautiful. Even though there were clouds in the sky, there was like a few openings in the clouds where I could see the stars, and I was like, this could seem pointless to like people who don't really care about this stuff, but those of you who are watching the replay and in here now, you know what I'm talking about, especially when you're connected to the stars in the sky. Like the whole cloud could be covered in clouds. I mean, the whole sky can be covered in clouds. And then you see those little openings where you can see like stars just shining and sparkling. Yeah, they're like, we see you, we're here for you. It's like a little gift. It's like so beautiful. I know. I slipped up a little bit. So I'm gonna pull one more card, and then people can unmute, and then we can just like freely chat and talk, whatever you guys want to do. So Spirit, can I have one more message for the collective? And I'm gonna read from the booklet for this card too. Okay. These cards are so pretty. Like, I'm telling you, this deck is gorgeous. I'm going to take a picture of the cards. It says stillness and flow. This is so aligned with this full moon. Like, you don't even know, like how excited this makes me. And then I'm going to show the flow. And then I'm going to read really quick from the booklet, and then we can have a discussion. Okay, thanks for joining everyone who's leaving. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate you. Oh, I love that, Angel. Angel said, I was just journaling about being still and in a flow state before this. I love that. So let's see what stillness says. It says, take a step back from a project, situation, or relationship, even if it's just for a few moments. Mend bridges, slow down and breathe. Be still, go within. Listen to your inner voice. Take time to connect with your spirit guides, ancestors. These are repeating messages. And spiritual guardians. Listen to your higher self. Timing is everything. This is not a good time to start a new cycle. Wait. Incubate. Fix things that need fixing. Heal things that need healing. Think things through. Forgive yourself and others. Literally, the forgiveness card came out. The connecting with your ancestors card came out. The spend alone time card came out. Like, this is just repeating messages. If things seem barren or even bleak, hold on. Just as the migrating birds find new life in the tundra marshes in the summer, you too will expand once again during the coming thaw in your life. Robbie said, I got a card flow today on a reading at Insta. Yes, it's definitely in the collective here. So now I'm going to read the card flow. And if you want to look in the chat, I did post the cards in the chat, but I will post on the video for the replay. It says, there are times to hold on tight to the shore, and there are times to enter the flow. Notice where life is going and move in that direction. Watch for signs and follow them. Don't resist. When you go with the flow, your life force expands and healing on all levels abounds. This is also a time to release old limiting patterns, forgive, and let go of the need to be right about your beliefs. If you aren't feeling the smooth currents of life, it might mean that you are being self-critical or judgmental. When you enter the flow with gratitude and love, you will find blessings surround you. You will enter into a state of grace and healing will abound. So that was a message. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I'm not going to end the call, just the recording, but I really appreciate you guys. And Angel said you should do more calls like this. I love it. I 100% will. I will try to make this at least a monthly or bi-weekly thing, like I said in my event description. So feel free to leave a comment on the video, guys, if you're watching the replay, and like the video. I will get Andy to post this on the server's YouTube channel. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching.